Hey everybody, it's John Henry Dale here with Brian Kaczynski from Second Sound, and I have his brand new latest and greatest product offering, which is called the UniSyn. And it is the evolution of Brian, I think it used to be called the DAC 160 EVK?
DACO 160 EVK.
DACO 160 EVK, which is a rather technical sounding name for what really was a pretty technically looking piece of gear. It was basically just a PCB with switches and stuff on it. So now it's got a nice, attractive, very finely crafted metal housing with nice, cool screen printing on the top where you can kind of see every function and all the different parameters. So I've been looking forward to this for a while because, I can show you. Here's the old version. This is the DACO 160 EVK. Obviously a very kind of raw device and very cool, but the UniSyn just kind of makes it all a little bit more easy to interface with and probably more durable for live applications. So speaking of using this live, I have with me right now my old trusty Casio MT-65 electronic musical instrument that I picked up at a garage sale for like $2, literally, I think maybe over a decade ago. And this does not have any MIDI capability, it's only audio out. So this is kind of a perfect application for the UniSyn, where say you wanted to translate the audio of this in real time to MIDI to power a more modern synth like what we have here, which is the subsequent 37 by Moog. So what I'll do here is start out just with the audio only from the Casio, and you can switch between on the UniSyn between the source audio and the synth. So I should say the UniSyn also has a synth engine inside, so it can generate its own synthesized audio based off of the audio input from this, but then it also sends out via a 1/8" MIDI to 5-pin DIN converter cable. It'll send out MIDI to any other device that takes 5-pin MIDI input, like the Sub 37. So here we go. Here's the just the Casio. So we got that, kind of classic cheesy Casio sound of, like the church organ variety. And then if we switch on the output mix from source to synth, you can hear So right there already you're getting kind of a more, obviously just a different synth sound, and you can do all kinds of good stuff with that. But then the real fun comes when I'm bringing in like say Moogs are really well known for sub bass sounds. So I've got a deep bass patch going on here. So I'll bring up the Moog. So you can hear that. The bass comes in and really enhances that and can kind of give it more of that, just deep bass feel that you're just not going to get from something like a standard issue Casio. So then we can back this off a little bit and go back to some of the, the original Casio sounds too. And then you can bring in this Casio has like you can mix the drums in and out, so. Now you can hear those little glitches there, and what that is that, probably that the audio from the drums is kind of being translated by the UniSyn. It's doing its best to analyze the actual tonal content of those drums. So that's these little kind of glitches you hear there, but in my experience, those can actually be really musically interesting and useful sort of type of thing. So you can get some happy accidents with this as well, from the sort of translation of audio into MIDI. So I'll take the drums out, and And then we can just take out the UniSyn and the Casio, and then you've just got you can just be driving the Moog. So you could also use this, to create a baseline sequence for the Moog, just from audio from this, since this does not have MIDI out. And yeah, so that's just kind of one short example of what you can do. One short example of what you can do with the UniSyn with audio. And again, this is, the possibilities are really endless. I could actually take this mic and route it in here too, and just use my voice to generate synth audio and have that drive it. So the possibilities are really endless. I mean, there's just a lot of, you could use guitar, you could use, really any acoustic instrument that can generate an audio output can be fed into this thing. It's got a XLR and a 1/4-inch combo jack, so it takes basically everything as an input, and then you can translate it into MIDI and synth audio as well. So there you go, folks. That's the UniSyn from Second Sound, and my name is John Henry Dale here in Miami with Brian Kaczynski. So this should be on sale now, is that right? And yeah, and go to secondsound.com and you can order it now, and should be shipping at the end of the month. We're in January 2021 here, so yeah. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.